Good morning, ma'am. My name is Sharanteja. I am from third semester, second year. Today, my topic is about statistical distributions of load profiling data. Now, let's see what is load profiling data. Load profiling data involves analyzing how electrical energy composition varies over time. Example, every minute and hour, and also day or season. For example, a household may use more power in the morning and evening. A factory may have a steady load during work hours and none at nights. Why use statistical distribution? Load data is often huge and various and randomly occurred. Instead of analyzing every data point, we summarize the patterns using statistical distributions. Mathematical functions that describe the probability of different load values. The basic statistics of distributions. Statistical distribution, how often they occur, what load occurs in a statistical distribution, meaning of pi, average load, how much the load varies, standard deviation, skewness means whether the data is symmetrically or non-symmetrical. Kurtosis means how peaky or flat the distribution is. Let's explore how this applies to real load data. Normal distribution is is also called as Gaussian. Bell-shaped curve, common in real residential load profile, good for modeling average behavior over time. When it is useful means you analyze arrange, arrangement demand load as small functions. Log normal distribution, data is positively skewed long long tail to the right, typically for hourly demand data, where most loads are low but spikes occurs. Modeling loads with rare but high rare but high peaks. Well-built distribution, often used in re- reliability analysis but also for load distribution, can model both short-term and long-term variability, especially good for wind power, gamma distribution, and non-negative distribution. Wind power, load with the long ideal period and sudden bursts. It can lead to sudden bursts when the wind is high. Gamma distributions models non-negative skewed data used in load forces forecasting models, useful for industrious and common commercial load data. Em- Empirical distribution based on the real data, not assumed formulas. Use uses when theoretical model do not fit well. Machine learning application, custom simulations. Time based consideration. Statistical properties can vary by time, hourly distribution, and daily or seasonal distribution patterns, or even driven loads. Common statistical distribution in load data. Typical examples: normal, log normal, and forecasting. This is the graph that we can observe when the distribution of data is high and low in the seasonal and hourly graphs. Advances in load profile data NRELs and uses load profile in 2025. Executive database, broad coverage, detailed analysis. These are the three things that is updated in load profiles in 2025. We can get more executive data and broad coverage of this data and perfect data that is perfectly analyzed and detailized. Synthetic load profile generation wavelength based on statistical models. How are distributions used in power system planning? Estimate peak demand probabilities, design captivity margin, stimulate future load sensors. Profile customer profile customer detect anonymous optimize load shifting. These are the three smart grids that are provided in the load profile in 2025, and the demand forecasting is predicted further loads using filtered distributions. Filtered distributions can be used to get the more brief data and sorted data that are correctly arranged in manner. Implication for grid management and energy markets. As I said, there are there is smart grids in this new 2025 model. There are profile customers, detect anonymous, detect anomalous, optimize load shifting, optimize sizing. A deep statistical understanding significantly improves and sizing of critical grid assets like transformers and battery storages system, directly matching them to actual load variability. This is the first point that we can see in the implications of grids, and the second point is enhanced program, and third one is mark market accuracy. Case study snapshot: residential EV charging impacts. In demand forecasting, the EV charging of residential areas predicted further loads using filtered distribution. We can distribute the data by using predicted future loads in filtering distributions. We can use the filtering distribution method to filter out the data of residential's electrical electricity consumption. And now we are going to see the conclusion of my PPT or my topic. Hazardous statistical distribution to power smarter grids. These grids, as I talked in previous slides, these are main things that are used in load profile distributions. These are the main things that are used and can be used. And now I am concluding the my topic. statistical distribution, simplified and describe load variation, normal or log normal, common for general load behavior, variable or gamma distribution, useful for skewed or variable loads, load duration curve, visual tool for summarizing load profiles. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for listening me patiently. Thank you.